Hey, come on in. Hi, I'm Lauri from the Rasmus from Finland. We're here in the States after 16 years of break. It's crazy, like we haven't played here. I've actually lived in the States for 11 years, but we never played here during that time. But here we are playing mostly on the East Coast this time, and it's about 25 shows, and this is our bus. I'm gonna show you around now. So we have the TVs, but this is something like we haven't used at all. I don't think no one even opened it at once. It's like it used to be like that, like, you know, 15 years ago we would watch a lot of movies, but I think now it's like all, you know, people have cell phones and maybe someone watches a movie on their laptop, but that's pretty much it. So obviously we have a lot of great fans and they give us a lot of great things. Like this guy came from Mexico and he gave me this thing, and I actually wore this. It's pretty kinky. But here we have some other stuff. Like this is made by a real artist who makes these kind of puppets. It's me. You know, he has little feathers in his hair, and I really like this. And then we have the cat. This is actually on a cover of our single, Creatures of Chaos, and it has the same symbol here and another feather here. And here is like some stuff that I actually got from my kids when I left here. I have a couple of young kids, and they made me some really cute like Easter decorations. I wish you would slay here. That's cool. That's for my son. He's 7. Yeah, like some cool stuff like this to cheer us up. I know Easter went like 3 weeks ago, but you know, it can be Easter forever on this bus. But here, I sit a lot here. Like, it's funny like how people usually when they sit down somewhere, that becomes their spot for the rest of the tour. I don't know why that is, but I just happened to sit here last time, and then I'm actually sitting a lot here working on my music. Like last night after the show, instead of going to a bar, I got straight back to my new song, and I was editing till like 4:30 in the morning, and then I finally got into my bunk to get some rest. But it's been so inspiring being on the tour, meeting the fans, and like playing new songs and like getting that vibe, you know, like how the music is happening here on the tour. So it's different than I write a lot of songs on the tour always. And I even bought this candle because I'm such a romantic person. I can have this little scented candle because that's something I do at home when I wake up. The first thing, I make myself coffee and I put on a candle. I like to wake up like very early when it's still dark outside, so that's why. Well, I just make very basic demos. Like I use Logic for my demos, and like I'm not doing anything very serious, just kind of like songwriting and putting down ideas. But you know, it's some of it will stay in the final product, you know, like some of the codings, but it's mostly just getting down the ideas, and you know, because it's like there's a lot going on here. Like you know, I have my guitar too. This is actually another thing that was supposed to go to my daughter. She's 3, but then I saw this tiny guitar and I'm like, I'm gonna have to borrow this and take it on the tour, and I'll bring it to her after the tour is over. But it's a fun little guitar. Been writing a lot of songs with this too. Yeah, well, I'm like an early bird, so I get up early in the morning myself. Like I said, like I put my candle on, I make myself some strong black coffee, and I start usually working with my new songs because I like the morning thing, because my brain is empty of all the crap, and then kind of like fresh ears, and it's a good moment. And I actually enjoy waking up before others, and always the bus driver is complaining like, what the hell, the lead singer is up again, you should be drinking and doing drugs. Like, oh well, I used to, but I've changed a little bit. So in the morning it's very quiet here. I love the mornings. Like usually we are still driving to the next city, and usually we are arriving around like 12 o'clock to the next place. So we're still moving in the morning, and you know, we have a little kitchen here. We have some fruit and coffee and, you know, I don't even know what they have here, like some toast and chips. We have a fridge, like, you know, basic like breakfast stuff, like cheese and, you know. Yeah, well, let me see. There's something that we always have in the rider, which is kind of special thing, is ginger, because that's supposed to be good for the manhood. As if we would need it. But we do this drink out of ginger. We cut it into small pieces, and then we boil it in the water, and then we add some spices like cinnamon and cloves and stuff like that, make it a little Christmassy. But that's kind of being like a tradition, usually made by the bass player. He is our chai guy, so that what we kind of would do. And you know, not many of us drink alcohol like we used to back in the days, but it's like I've been sober for 16 years now, so that's kind of working out for me. But obviously we have drinks, you know, wine, people drink wine. It's like the nice thing is like after the show, I really enjoy that vibe, like we played a good concert, everybody's coming into the bus, we are having some drinks, and like last night I had some like Indian food, and we put on some candles and people having drinks. We listen to some cool music and just like chilling and start driving into the next city. And there's something about it I can't explain. It's just so like, I mean, it just feels so precious to me. It's almost like a school trip, you know, like with my best buddies, and like a field trip kind of thing. And then we just like one by one hit the bunks and like wake up in the next city and, oh, where are we today? And it's just the best thing. What's in here? Oh, some more pretty healthy stuff, you know, fruit, cheese, juice, yeah, mayo. So when the shit gets serious, we have these, and we have this. Woohoo! It's called the Roadie Friday. I can't really take the credit. This is our sound guy's boots. Bathroom, tiny. No shower, no solid waste. That's the rule number one. Here are the bunks. Here's the sound guy's bed. This is my bed. Oh, here I have a book. It's a book about the Finnish. I'm from Finland originally, so the music scene in the beginning of year 2000 until this moment. So it's interesting to read this, and it was funny, like I started reading this and there's like a little list of people who have given interviews to this book, and I know everyone. I was like, this is incredible, like they're all somehow my friends or some people I know. It's pretty fun to read this book because, you know, Finland is a pretty small nation. We have like 5.5 million people, but we have a lot of music, a lot of rock music, but also, you know, all kinds of music like pop and hip hop, and everybody seems to kind of know each other in Finland, and it's kind of the vibe in Finland is very good. We've done a lot of collaborations with other artists and in the past, and we are actually doing right now, we are releasing a song called Break These Chains, and we have another Finnish guy from a band called Blind Channel featuring on the song. And you know, it's fun to, you know, the Finns will unite, and that's something good comes out of it, hopefully. Yes, so many times we don't have this much space. Like usually there's like 3 beds, and here we have only 2, which is nice because you can actually, even at least I can, I'm a small guy, so even sit up here, have a little bit more space. You know, I noticed someone had actually put this Velcro on the ceiling, like they must have had their phone attached to the ceiling. So that was a pretty good idea. And here, you know, all the beds have like ventilation. I actually had to tape mine because I'm a singer. I'm so freaking sensitive, so I always get sick. And I did the same thing here. See, it's blowing like crazy, like it's almost like wind in my bed. So I was like, I have to do this not to get sick on the tour. That sucks. And the back lounge is like a big mess. A messy lounge. This is more like a wardrobe at the moment, and like people are just like having their clothes drying here. It's like, oh, it's not that luxurious, but it is what it is. And yeah, I don't think no one's used this for anything like games or thing. It's just like everybody likes to sit in the front. It's nice, you can see the road and kind of. We have a pretty small crew. We are just the four of us in the band, and then we have the merch person, and then we have 2 guys in the crew. So it's a very small tour in that sense, because usually when we tour, we have like 10 guys working for us, you know, like way bigger. But here in the States, we sort of started over the band in a way, like we're playing these very small, intimate venues, like 300 to like 700, and it's been fantastic to be really close to the audience, and like I said, we haven't played here in 16 years, so a lot of the people have been really patiently waiting for us to come back here, and we feel the same thing. Like, it's been really fun to return to America and to play these shows, and I'm hoping, and I think we're gonna play a lot more here because we just signed a deal with the US label, and now we kind of have all the pieces together. So guys, thanks for being here and checking out our bus. I'm Lauri from the Rasmus, and if you want to know anything about us, check therasmus.com. It's time to say bye bye.